From Illinois Soul, this is Dialogue. I'm Reginald Hardwick, News and Public Affairs Director at Illinois Public Media. Dialogue is an exchange about culture straight from the soul. You know America's Queen of Soul, the late Aretha Franklin.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired, and when I knew I had to face another day.
But did you know Vietnam has a Queen of Soul?
Dừng chân trên bến khi chiều nắng chưa phai, từ xa thấp thoáng muôn tà áo tung bay, nếp sống vui tươi nối chân nhau đến nơi đây. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi. Người xe như nước trên đường.
That is Carole Kim. She is the featured performer of the Saigon Jazz Revival in Chicago on Saturday, August 29th. The concert is a benefit for the Vietnamese Association of Illinois, which helps immigrants and residents of all backgrounds across the state. It's an organization I know because I'm part of the board. The Vietnamese community is close to me. My birth father and one of my uncles were among the 300,000 Black Americans who served in the Vietnam War. He met my mother, a Vietnamese native, in Saigon, the capital of then South Vietnam. It was a short relationship, and before my mom knew she was pregnant with me, the U.S. Army had brought my dad back to the United States. I was one of thousands of Amerasian children born in Vietnam. Months later, I was adopted and raised by a Black couple in Colorado. I met both of my birth parents about 5 years ago. My birth dad now lives in Nevada. My mom lives in Georgia. Around the time they were dating, there was a rising voice on the scene, Carole Kim.
Oh, Carol, I done done a fool. Darling, I love you, so you twist me cruel. You hurt me, and you make me cry.
And before arriving in Illinois, I chatted with Carole Kim and her daughter, Trace, who has her own burgeoning entertainment career. Carole Kim, welcome to Dialogue.
Thank you. Hello.
Trace, welcome to you as well.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Carole, I'll start with you. Can you tell us about your journey with music? When did it start?
Oh my God. This is started 1968. The people know me singing in 1968. That's the
And did you sing in school or did you go right into the nightclub scene there in Saigon?
yeah. It's just kind of like I performed for American soldier where they service for war Vietnamese war with communism. So that's why I've been travel all the base or Da Nang, so sing it for perform. Just like how do you say that, like Bob Hop, Bob Hop have the entertainment.
So you would provide entertainment for some
Oh,
of the U.S.
yeah,
troops.
yeah.
Who were some of your favorite singers growing up?
Excuse me?
Who were some of your favorite singers?
My favorite? Oh, that time I sing a lot of American music, so like jazz, blues, and soul music. Yeah.
What kind of
So
artists did you like?
and not what
Like who did you listen to?
I listen a lot of like a soul music, like a black, like Aretha Franklin, Nancy Wilson, something like that. Yeah.
What did you like about their singing?
Why?
Yeah, what did it make you feel? Like why did
Oh,
you
make
like
you
that
feel
kind of music?
because the song like a feeling like a touching your heart, it's blue, I like that. But I'm not blue. Actually, I'm very fun and I like funky music. So when I started listening to music, I like the blue and jazzy. That's what I don't know. That's what I like.
And for people who don't know, do you sing in both Vietnamese and in English?
Yes, but Vietnamese, I just do a little bit when I was in my country, like 1968. I sing very few, and I hit one song by Trịnh Công Sơn. I think Vietnamese people know who I'm talking about. Trịnh Công Sơn is very popular songwriter in Vietnam, and I hit one song. I sing his song, and then people they start to know me more that time.
Tell us about the song Saigon. What makes that so
Oh,
special?
this mean the people that come all over the like north. They try to come in Saigon, but that time Saigon is very, how do you say? I don't know. Hòn Ngọc Viễn Đông, like the pearl,
The Pearl
the pearl of nation, the
of the
Asian,
country.
yeah, the country. So everybody like to come Saigon. It's a lot of going on, the food, the living, and not north. North is very poor at that time, 1954, 45, you know. So that time, when they still two north and south, and our south can, that the country is better. We got a lot of food, good and rice and everything. So that's right. That depth is everything beautiful. If you don't have the war with the communist took over 1975.
một đàn cò trắng bay ngang bờ đê kia ở ngoài đồng lúa đôi trâu cày bừa và dù nhà thì có hai anh bà em họ đi hò ngày mới cho duyên cạn bên kia ở ngoài sườn núi lũ chim lạ lơi kia ở ngoài bờ suối sáng nay hiền hòa và vườn nhà nở thay.
What can we
But
expect from your show on August 29th in Chicago?
I got a little bit nervous, but I think I'm having a good time though. Yeah, because I see back with the band that is awesome. The people they're awesome. So I kind of a little bit nervous. I've been singing for almost over 50 years, but I still nervous when I something like interesting, like very important for me, to go back, especially Chicago.
Yeah, it's gonna be the second time she's performing with a whole band. We did the first show with this band last year in November in New Orleans
Hmm.
through the Saigon Jazz Revival, which is what we're doing again in Chicago. And so the first time last year was really special and fun, I think, for my mom to really sing with the live band. I think
Yeah,
you're not used to that. You missed doing that in the back in the day. And so I think
yeah,
her meeting these musicians she was like a kid in a candy store, just seeing all these people really there for the music. And I don't think she's used to like a full band that is so, special in this way. And so this show is like a repeat of the first show. I think we're singing the same song. She's singing the same songs, but they were all songs that
so yeah.
she chose, with Marion, who started this Saigon Jazz Revival. And so these songs my mom kind of revived from back in the day. So she hadn't sang these songs in so long.
Yeah, but just couple in the program, a couple song I haven't been sing. I even touched that one word because
Mhm.
right now the music are different. That's I never sing those songs, but that's right. The first time we are in New Orleans, I got so nervous, and the band they got me a lot. The band is good. So, but now I'm more
Hmm.
confident,
Hmm.
But to go to Chicago, but they kind of excited for me because Chicago, like, uh,
You just don't know what to
yeah,
expect.
because I'll be back there.
Gió mưa gào thiết tha hình bóng xưa vừa thoáng qua ngoài hiên mưa rơi rơi ướt sao lắng trong tâm hồn nghe lạnh lùng rơi vào tim cho lòng nhớ thương người tình.
Tell me about the band. I understand they're from all over and play many different instruments.
Oh yeah, yeah. I hadn't sing like that in my life for a long time. It's because local band over here like just you know like four piece, mostly guitar, bass. But this one is really, really, really jazzy with the bass, with the big they call, I
Is
know,
it standing
old day,
bass?
back the old day. Oh my God. They remind me the back in 1968, 69. So So that's why I just tell with Tracy, I'm so scared and nervous, and then they great.
Trace, what are part? Are you part of the band as well? And can you tell me a little bit more about some of the other contributors?
No, I'm not a part of the
Oh,
band. The
okay.
band, the band is made up of, I'm trying to count right now. There's like 7 people and they're all from everywhere. I won't get their exact locations correctly, but everyone works with Marion, who is, doing this showcase, and they're amazing. Steve was the band leader,
Is Steve
and he
there?
really, yeah,
Steve Len there?
yeah, he was awesome. But I am I'm my mother's manager clearly. But I for this show I was able to kind of explain to my mom what we were doing. I think like my mom is used to singing for people she knows and locally. And so I think when I talked to her about this idea that Marion had, she was excited to do what she loves to do, which is sing with the full band, a jazz band nonetheless. So for me, my my participation was first and foremost a supporter, and I covered my mom's song Saigon a couple years ago, and I'm not the perfect Vietnamese singer, but I did get it done, and I've gotten better at it, I think, but I decided with Marion too and my mom to sing Saigon with my mom for that first show in New Orleans, and it was really cool to sing with my mom. We don't sing a lot together, so it's special when we do. And so I will likely be doing the same thing with her again in the Chicago show. And my confidence in Vietnamese speaking, though, is not very strong. I do have fun kind of getting in touch with, where I'm from and kind of learning more of what these words mean in Vietnamese and the way that I covered the song with my friend Ariel. You can tell if you were to listen to my mom's version. It's pretty upbeat. It's like French New Wave. It's very fun, though it is a really sad song when you listen to the lyrics. And the way that my friend and I produced it is really slow, kind of melancholy, and a little more twist of what I'm kind of used to in my own music. So, so yeah, I'll be helping. I'll be singing with my mom this song at the show.
Don't cross your arms away from me. I think we should talk. I think you should leave. You've got a face that makes me feel gold. I've got a place.
How does your mom inspire you?
My mom is a very special person, and I find her to be so, when you watch her on stage, you kind of see someone who is meant to sing, and her voice is really powerful. And I think that has been a theme my whole life, being raised by her solely and like my aunt, but as a single parent, I think she inspires me by, I've always been a creative person. I went to school, I got a degree because let's do that, but I think being an artist full time is quite difficult. I've seen that in her life. No matter how iconic she is, no matter how known she is in the Vietnamese community, being an artist and making a living is really hard in America and also in Vietnam. And I've, yeah, I've gone through my own iterations of pursuing artistry as a career. And so I guess she inspires me in the way that I know storytelling is absolutely worth it. Like it is the thing that heals and holds people and inspires people. And I think using your voice is very necessary. And I know my mom has used hers for a country that needed it. And on a different scale, I want to use my voice in my own way in this country how I'm supposed to in this time of history. So I've just always been around someone who is very vocal about using your voice. And so it's taken me some time, but it inspires me.
Why is it important to support an organization like the Vietnamese Association of Illinois?
I think when I ask my mom or anyone who is Vietnamese about the history, it's hard to get everything, like all the facts straight. I think they lost a lot. We lost a lot in the war. And so I think organizations and nonprofits like this the idea of preserving something is so special and I think a difficult pursuit. So I think anyone who's behind trying to, protect and preserve history and memories and imagery and video and media and whatever, the pursuits are, I think is so worthy because there's not a lot saved, in terms of like my mom had to leave the country. She never went back during the right before the war was over. She left right before. It's not like she got to go back and like grab her things, So from a very like small scale of like she didn't get to grab her like childhood stuff with her on a wider scale, it's like what happened during this time and how can we remember the best we can and how do we hold and preserve these memories. And so I think organizations like this are really helping kind of hold a part of our spirit alive, if that makes sense.
Trace, let me ask you, how does black music, is that inspired by this generation of Vietnamese as well as your mom's generation?
I don't know if I am the one to answer that. I don't I'm not very connected to like the Vietnamese music of today. Like
Hmm.
my only reference is my mom, and when I go to her shows and I see the people who are covering songs and stuff, I think I don't know, I don't have a great answer for that.
You know what? In Vietnam, we love the 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 platter. What is that? You know, they asked me how I knew. Smoke in your eyes. Who's singing that?
I don't
The
know.
play. There's a back there. You
Okay.
don't know. And Johnny Matisse, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
black.
Hmm.
You know what I mean. So they hear Andy William. They have the white Caucasian too, but the most they love the black people singing. So that's why So they call me like a soul music. I don't know. Maybe you're too young. You should know because soul music. It's jazz and different, soul music different. Like it's not like a Michael Jackson now in this day, but back there like I feel good. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a guy.
It's the
James Brown.
spirituality
Jam
and
Brown. Jam Brown. You
James
see that?
Brown. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a back there. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
the
yeah,
Temptation.
yeah.
We all hear their music. You know.
Yeah. I think influence
Diana Ross.
is really heavy for Vietnamese
But
people.
this is very popular that time. Is that this Aretha Franklin, Miss Aretha Franklin,
Yeah.
because I sing a lot of her song like My Prayer and Dina Warwick. We sing a lot of black people music. So I love that music. I don't know. Country is very few.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back there, that
Hmm.
Nancy Wilson,
Hmm.
so Johnny Matisse, this is something like. Yeah.
Hmm.
Last question I'll ask to both of you. What does it mean to call yourself a Vietnamese American?
Yes, Vietnamese American. I'd be proud to be American. I'd be proud to be here. Yeah, but actually, it's just a secret. It's not really a secret. I tell everybody. I'm born in Vietnam, but my parents, the
Mm.
Malaysia Vietnamese. So they come in Vietnam and they grew up in Vietnam. Said they they're born in Vietnam, but so I'm Vietnamese. But actually, I don't think I'm 100% Vietnamese.
Hmm.
I'm Malaysia. So my look, my personality, my look, I'm not like color, my color, like I'm big and tall. And some Vietnamese very tiny. We tall for Vietnamese
Hmm.
people, don't you think so?
Hmm.
We went to Vietnam and we walk we like a giant, we
Yeah.
so big, tall. So actually I'm born in Vietnam, but I'm not really Vietnamese. I'm
Hmm.
Malaysia.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I speak their language. So
Yeah.
I grew up there, so I'm Vietnamese. Vietnamese Malaysia. Yeah.
Yeah, I think identity is interesting, especially when it concerns being Vietnamese or from Vietnam or born in Vietnam. For me, I was born here.
Yeah.
My mom is Malaysian and Vietnamese, and my dad's Vietnamese. So I'm at least half Vietnamese. What does it mean to be Vietnamese American to me is kind of an ongoing an ongoing investigation of these different worlds that I come from. As I've gotten older, the more I'm interested in learning about my Vietnamese heritage. Of course, right? Because you grow up wanting to be like everybody, to be safe, to be okay. I grew up wishing I was, part white, to be honest, because I was like, I don't belong. I feel, scared. But as I've gotten older, I love being Vietnamese American. And I think even through music, and I make films now, like finding community who are Vietnamese and American, like Vietnamese American, it's been a really beautiful healing process to really accept where I come from and what has made me, because I really was afraid of what that could have looked like when I was a younger kid, living in Orange County. So I think being Vietnamese American is a very cool thing, a very thing
Yes.
that I'm proud of. I will say, to like button this part up, I think that music has been a language that has felt universal for my mother and for myself. And I think a big part of how we understand each other is through our music. And I think a big part of how my mom understands herself is through her music and myself too. So I think beyond, where we're from, I think just getting to sing and just like, use our voice, it has been a really beautiful way of just kind of understanding who we are.
We've been speaking with musicians Carol Kim and Trace. They are featured at the Saigon Jazz Revival in Chicago on Saturday, August 29th. The concert is a benefit for the Vietnamese Association of Illinois, and we have more information at illinoissoul.org. Carol and Trace, it's been a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you. Thank you for having us.
Honey, call me honey. Give me something I can keep. Maybe, oh, just maybe, you will need me when